we have done the opening balance. Now we are going to look at the transaction during the period. The transaction during the period, the first one is April 1st purchase on credit from the Vijaya Traders, Samsung A30 20 numbers each 3000, and store A 10, store B 10 served. As well, the Samsung A10 is a 10 numbers each 8000, and store A 4 numbers stored, and also store B 6 numbers. So now I'm going to be entered into the tally. Before I'm going to be entered, first you have to be know that which voucher we need to be used. It is a purchase, so we have to use the purchase voucher. And first I'm going to go to the tally and go to the accounting vouchers, and you can choose the purchase voucher in the right side. Otherwise you can press F9 key, the purchase voucher will be appear. So first I need to be change the date. The date is 1st April 2017, and party's name, it is a credit sale. Both items are from the Vijaya Traders, so I'm going to be create the Vijaya Traders under the Sunday creditors. So I'm going to be press Alt plus C, and I'm going to be type Vijaya Traders. Vijaya Traders is coming under the Sunday creditors. Sunday creditors I'm going to choose, and then serve yes. And a purchase ledger is, it's a credit purchase, so we have to be create the credit purchase ledger. So I'm going to press Alt plus C. I'm going to be enter credit purchase, okay, and it is coming on the purchase account. Then I'm going to be enter the details, what are the items we buy from the Vijaya Traders. The first one is Samsung A30. So if I type yes, the Samsung A30, and Godown A 10 numbers. So I'm going to be type store A or store A 10 numbers, and each how much, 3000, okay, 3000. And second one is store B 10 numbers, store B. If I type store B 10 numbers each 3000, sorry, 10 numbers, it will calculate automatically, and then enter. So 20 numbers total, you can see here 20 numbers each 3000, it's a coming 60,000. The next item is Samsung A10. So I'm going to be type here Samsung A10, and we store into the A phone number, store A phone number, quantity 4. The rate is 8000. You can see here, this is we are going to type. So phone number each 8000. So I'm going to be under the 8000 each. And store B, I'm going to be type yes, store B. I'm going to be select. The number is 6 number each 8000. So 6 number 8000, total 80,000. You can see the total quantity will appear here. 10 numbers each 8000, right? 10 numbers each 8000. So the total is 80,000. And end of the list, then I'm going to be accept yes. Second one is April 5th good sales on credit. Manoj Traders were the following. So Manoj Traders, we sell the goods, so we have to be choose the sales voucher, and it is the credit sale, so we have to be create the Manoj Traders. So how can we enter this transaction into the tally? Go to the tally, and you need to choose the sales voucher, or in the right side you can press sales or press F8 key into the keyboard. First I'm going to be change the date. If you want to be change the date, press F2 key, and the date is 5th April. So the 5th April, you can see 5th April. So the 5th April, and party's name we have to be create. So old plus C. The name is Manoj Traders. He is the Sunday debtors. I'm going to be choose the Sunday debtors. Then if you have the details, you can enter delivery note, order number, and Manoj Traders information. If you have, you can enter, but I don't have right now, so I just want to be enter the keyboard. Then sales ledger, it is the credit sale, so I'm going to create the credit sale under the sales account. So I'm going to press Alt plus C, credit sale. It is coming under the sales account, and the what are the items to be selling? First, Samsung A30 30 number. It is taken from store A7, store B6. So I'm going to be enter into that. The first we have to select what's the item we sell. Samsung A30. I'm going to be type S, Samsung A30. Then which Godown we take? Store A 7 numbers. Store A, I'm going to be type store A 7 numbers, 7 quantity. How much each? 4,000. Then amount. The second is store B. How many numbers we sell? Store B we taken 6 number, and each 4,000. Then the total is 13. You can see here 13 numbers, 4,000 each. So you can see 13 numbers, 4,000 each. The total amount generate itself 52,000. Then second we sell to the Manoj Trader Samsung A10. So I'm going to choose the Samsung A10. And which store we take these items? Store A 4 numbers and store B 4 numbers, and I'm going to choose that store A 4 numbers for quantity. The rate is 9,500. as well as store B also 4 numbers, and total is, you can see here, 8 numbers, 9,500, total is 76,000. So that's a correct. So I'm going to be enter. The next one is 64 GB memory. I'm going to be enter. So I'm going to be type 64, the 64 GB memory. I'm going to be select this item sales from store A7, store B8 we taken. So I'm going to be select store A7. The rate is 3,200. The rate is 3,200. Store B how many? 8. The total amount 48,000. You can see here the 64 memory, 64 GB memory, 50 numbers, each 3,200, total amount 48,000. Then I'm going to be enter end of the list, and I'm going to be serve. Right. So the sales, one sales and one purchase we have done. The next one is April 13 purchase return to Vijaya Traders. Vijaya Traders, we both, you know that April 1st we both Vijaya Traders, but some of the item we returns to Vijaya Traders. So which voucher we have to be used? It is the debit note. if we enter the purchase return into the tally, we have to be choose the debit note. So I'm going to go to the accounting voucher creation. So if you look at here, there is no debit note and credit note. It's not enabled into the tally. So if you want to be enabled, go to and press the features or press F11 key. The accounting feature will be appear. So then you can choose here, use debit credit note, yes, as well use invoice more the credit, yes. You have to be type yes in this option, then okay. So now you can see the credit note and debit note, it's enabled into the tally program. So now I'm going to be choose the debit note, and you can see here the debit note is April 13 purchase returns to Vijaya Traders. So I'm going to be enter the details here. The first I need to be change the date. The date is 15 April, so 15 April. Then party's name is Vijaya Traders, and if you have the reference you can enter. And then purchase ledger, what is the purchase ledger? It is the purchase return. We have to be create the purchase return. So I'm going to be create purchase return account, all plus C, purchase return. It is coming another purchase account and serve. Then first we have to be enter what are the items we return. So Samsung A30 3 numbers, Samsung A30 3 numbers. So I'm going to be choose Samsung A30, and Godown, which Godown it will take A story A2, story A2. You can see here 3000. You can see here Vijay Traders 3000, Samsung A30 we buy, so same price we return, right? So A30 3000 as well. Store B, how much? Store B, how much? Store B 1. So I'm going to be enter 1, and then the total amount you can see here. The Samsung A30, Samsung A30 3 numbers and 3000 each, 9000, right? Okay, correct. So the second one we return Samsung A10, and then Samsung A10. We have to be choose the store, which is store. One numbers return, it is B. So I'm going to be choose store B, quantity 1. The rate is 8000. The rate is 8000. You can see we buy Samsung A10 8000, right? So likewise here 8000 is automatically select into the tally and enter. So now one numbers 8000, it is store B. Then I'm going to be enter, then serve it. So the third transaction also we have done. The fourth one is April 19 goods returned from Manoj Traders. Goods returned from Manoj Traders for the following. We sell the items to the Manoj Traders on April 5th, but some of the item they return to our store. So the details Samsung A30 3 numbers each 4000, and store A2, store B1. Other one is 64 GB memory, 2 numbers return each 3200, and store A, store B each one taken. Okay, store A 1, store B 1. Okay, how can we enter? It is the credit note, right? Because it's a sales return. So if we have the sales return, we have to be choose the credit note. So now I'm going to be enter the details into the tally. I'm going to be choose the credit note first, and first I'm going to be change the date. The date is, what is the date? 19th of April, 19th of April. and the party's name, what's the name? Manoj Traders. I'm going to be select Manoj Traders. If you have the details, you can enter. So I'm going to be press the enter, and then sales ledger is, it's a sales return, so we have to be create one ledger is a sales return, and it is coming under the sales account. Then yes. So now I'm going to be enter the details. Samsung A33 numbers return. So Samsung A30, Godown, which Godown? Godown A2. So store A2 numbers. The quantity automatically, the rate automatically generate 4000. We sell to Manoj company Samsung A30 4000. The same price they return the item, so same price. So the amount is 8000. Store B1, so then I'm going to enter store B1, okay, 1 numbers. So now you can see here Samsung A30 3 numbers, each 4000, it's a return. So then second one is 64 GB memory, 2 numbers return to our company. So I'm going to be select the 64 GB memory, and it is store A1. So store A1 you can see 3200. We sells to Manoj Traders 3200 price. Same price we get the rate. So the 3200 1 number, and store B 1 numbers. So the total is 2 numbers, each 3200. 2 numbers, each 3200. The total amount 6400. Altogether 18400. Then I'm going to be served. So now we have entered the credit note. Now we have done all the transaction during the period. So we have done all the transaction with Chelly. So now we are going to look at that, how can we get the summarize of the inventory informations. If you want to be get the summarize of the information, first I'm going to be press escape and come to the gateway of Tally, and you can see here the report. You can see the stock summary. If you click that, the stock group will be appear, the primary stock group will be appear, and if you want to be know the stock items, double click, you can see every items quantity, rate and values, total values you can see as well. If you want to be know the Godown wise quantity, so you can press escape key and come to the gateway of Tally, and you can press the display. Under the display you can see statement of inventory. You can click here and you can see that Godown is a first. If you press the Godowns, you can see that store A, store B available into the Godown wise. So if you want to know that store A how many quantities and what is the rate and information, if you want to be take, you can press double click, and you can see here stock in hand, what are the items, 512 memory, these items are available into the Godown A. You can see Godown A stock in hand, the all items available. If you want to see that Godown B details, you can press store B and enter, so the details will be appear. So there are total 29 quantity, and the total value 114,721.98. so double click, you can see the all the details of these items, 512 memory 5 numbers, and 512 GB memory 5 numbers, 64 GB memory 30 number, as well other stocks items you can take the information from here. So I hope that you understand well about the Godown and how to create the Godown, how to work with the Godown, and finally find out the summary details of Godown wise as well the store and stock wise.